Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And yes, I'm wearing orange gloves because I purchased a POS that needs a lot of love, and I absolutely love this thing. It is a 2006 Terex Mini Excavator. Well, that's like a medium excavator, but let's redo this bad boy and get her right back up and going. We also have another surprise to the channel. Stay tuned. Okay guys, I already kind of started on this bad boy. So huge shout out to my buddy Grant too. He's the one that actually sold it to me, and I absolutely love this thing. It is so cool. It runs like a top. Doesn't need a bunch of work, but I got a great deal on it, and we're gonna do all that work. There was some nasty mat in here that was just disgusting. I already took that out and threw that away. I'm gonna start scraping up some of this stuff, get this floor cleaned up so I can walk in and out of it and not tripe oil and grease all down the driveway and all that other stuff. But this has no electronics, like zero of the electrical is working at all. We got some rust in here, so we'll have to make some new pieces. No big deal. I know a fabricator. And yeah, obviously we probably want to put a rear window in it pretty soon. So I think I'm gonna go to Home Depot, go get some plexiglass, and I'll just plexiglass that in for now. Front windshield is right here, so it slides down to here. There's supposed to be another piece of glass that goes on the lower portion, and this window meets that lower portion, so we don't have that. This thing operates fantastic. Starts, runs, doesn't shut off yet. I got an actuator coming for that because the off actuator, I think the engine shut off actuator, is just MIA. There is none. So I started taking some of the stuff apart already. I'm going to try to get into the electrical stuff so I can see what has power. Start pulling some of these fuses, see what it just looks like down in there. If all else fails, I did order an aux beam kit, so I'll just get rid of all this and I'll just rewire it basically like a buggy. It won't, I'm going to try to give power to this. It'd be awesome if this thing came back to life. It's just the original gauge cluster, I guess, or whatever you want to call this. Instrument panel or whatever it is. Obviously nothing works. The only thing that works is the key to start it. So I think the rest of it's just MIA, not working, or lots of rain, obviously. I think this might be the fuse panel cap. It looks like it. Yeah, so I don't know why you wouldn't have had that on there for the past 5 years, but anyways, so we're gonna go try to get this thing off, try to get this all pulled out of the way so I can start diagnosing some wiring. So that's the goal. Let's continue to take this thing apart. All right, so got this out of there. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is just turn the key on to ignition and see what has power. 'Cause these don't look promising. I don't even understand how these would be making a connection, so let's see what happens. I'll shove, that looks like a relay getting jumped there. I don't know, bunch of weird stuff. But I'm gonna turn 12 volts on and see where there's power. Let's start there. What's all this? I don't know what that is. Ooh, crackers. Oh, that cheese looks expired. Let's see, Best Buy, March 2018. Seriously, March 2018. Well, I don't think them are any good anymore. What else is down in here? Ooh, some Copenhagen. Nice. no way that relay works anymore. So let's try cleaning out that relay spot real fast. Okay, let's put this in there and see what happens. Cool. Definitely clicking. Alright, so I did find this one. We're going to try to slam this one in there a whole bunch of times, see if the connection gets any better. Oh, how do you get that one in there? Alright, we're just going to see. I don't know what that button even does. Oh. Damn windshield wiper trying to work. Alright, I got a buttload of fuses. We're just going to start shoving fuses in it. Probably start with a smaller one. These are all large. Damn it. 10. Let's start with some 10s. Oh, I'm going to go get some pliers real quick too. Alright. Let's find suspicious looking ones. This one's pretty suspicious looking. Oh man, I don't think that one's coming back to life. Let's see what happens. Yes. So now we have power going to that one. Oops. That has power. I probably just gotta pull each of these out. Oops. I'll give him a wire brush here. Maybe I just put it back in. Okay. Got power there, power there, power there. Okay, let's do this yellow one. I don't think this one's any good. Wow. What is this one? It's a 5 amp. Might have one of them in here actually. 40, probably too much. 40, 30. This one's all bent up. 5. Okay. Let's try 5 amp. Come on, gauge cluster, come back to life. Okay. Let me shove this one. It says power here. Power. No power. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god, it's the gauge cluster. Hold on, watch this. Let's see if I can, hopefully this isn't too close. It's very hard to do. Let me put it on here. Alright, watch this. Let's just go with a 10. That's our backup. It's definitely in there. Does it just beep until I start it? I think I can start it. I don't think I have anything in the way. Let's see what happens. I don't know what this is either. Is this glow plug? Let's see what happens if I start it. Alright, I got the Jeep on it now. Let's crank her now. Oh, I got hours. It says 4,924 hours. It says on my knee. Still don't know what these buttons do. It might be a rabbit. I don't know if it's a 2-speed. That'd be cool. I don't know what this is. Still don't have lights, I don't think. I don't know, reverse horn or something. Alrighty, so I got it pretty cleaned up down in there. And wiring kind of temporarily put back. Next thing I wanted to work on is the window. So I've been cutting off all the old sealant and getting the old window frame ready. I'll take a wire wheel to it, get it really cleaned up, brake clean it, and then cut a new window. So I think I'm gonna cut the window right now and get that ready. So I want to get some different sealant or silicone sealant or whatever you want to call it. So I'll get that tomorrow and we'll glue this thing in tomorrow. But let's get it cut. So that's the other thing I want to do. All right, so I went with this piece, 1/4 inch thick, you know, close to 1/4 inch. I guess you're 5 thou less. Oh, shorted me a little. Anyways, I got this piece from Home Depot. It's actually pretty expensive. I think it was like $170 just for this sheet, but I should be able to do all of the both doors when we get the other door and that back window, maybe more. I don't know. We'll see. So let me measure 36 times and then cut once. I'm no safe light, but from 10 feet away, that looks pretty decent. It's really hard to get the bead. Well, for one, that gun that I have was super hard to get the stuff out of it. So I was shaky and it was very hard to do a bead. But you know what? It ain't gonna leak. It's better than a broken window. I'm calling that a win. So we'll probably do this one next at some point. Yeah, that one needs to be done too. So I got enough plexiglass. I need to do this panel. I also need to do a panel that goes, you can kind of see where that stops right there or right here. It's supposed to be glass in just that lower portion, so when you take the front window, the window can come down and meet that portion. So I'll make that out of plexiglass, and then we're waiting on another door. We still have another door. Hopefully my buddy Grant comes through and finds that door, and then we can put that door on. Hopefully the glass is good, which I highly doubt it, but we'll try to do that and go from there. Oh, something I just saw, just looking up right now. There's a light right here. What do you think the odds are of that working? Let's see. I'm assuming that's gotta be on. Yeah, nah. Now. Okay. Use loud and BB. Nope. Alright. Got the windshield down. I got bored, so put the windshield down. Probably clean it real quick. And then hopefully that keeps just a little bit more water out of here. So we're supposed to have a lot of weather coming. Bees nests up here and stuff. Worry about the old headliner another day. But this thing's starting to come back to life, I think. I don't know, it's just, ugh, grody. Yeah, clean some stuff up. Okay guys, here's the update. Got a ton of progress on this thing. I actually got the window down right now. Not too shabby, got a couple little weird things in the tint, but hey man, I can work through that. That's pretty nice. So got that. I still got the little wasp nests up there. But check out this. So more on the wiring. Get this thing started. So we got ourselves a, probably shouldn't lean on that bad boy, but I got a volt gauge, which I put that in, then found out the alternator wasn't working, then fixed up the alternator wiring, found all that, figured that all out. Alternator's back up and working, so we got an alternator now. Yeah, I mean, oh, this is the coolest part about everything. Ready? It friggin' turns off from inside. So it was not doing that, and before you had to get out and manually turn off the fuel pump. So I think this is part of your fuel pump right here, so you'll manually turn it off, which kills the engine. And we didn't have this, so I was actually able to find the original, like Terex auto shut off, or not auto shut off, like 12 volt shut off solenoid. I found this online somewhere. I think it was like 40 bucks or 30 bucks, and then plugged it all in, and the dang thing works perfect. So we got that going, which is really nice to have. So now it actually works. The alternator, I figured out the alternator wiring, the wiring to it was cut and not working, and I found the original plug was still stuck in it, but all the wires were ripped out. So I fixed all that and got the alternator up and working. That's awesome. These wires right here, I'm pretty sure go to a temp sensor, which obviously is not hooked up, nor do I know where it's at right now. So that'll be another adventure to find that temp sensor. Other than that, yeah, we're moving along pretty nicely. So I think the next thing I want to do, just because it's fun, is put a light bar up here. I've held on to a light bar, a 36 inch, I think it's like more like 31 inch light bar for probably about 4 or 5 years. I got it from my buddy Steven Stoy, who just didn't need it anymore. I think maybe he got another one or two in the mail or something. He gave me that, and we're going to be putting that up there with the original harness and the original wires, and that will be pretty sweet. So got that. Still got the window to fix, and then I think I'm going to mount some pods. There's some holes up here in the exterior I think I can poke through. We'll mount 2 pod lights back there just so we have some lighting behind it. So pretty sweet. We're moving right along. Other than that, I think that's the updates as of now. We'll see what we can work on today. All right, check out those. That's sweet, dude. That is cool. So I do want to put an interior light. It has an interior light over there, however, it doesn't work. This is just my work light, my normal magnetic work light. I want to get this one working. It's probably just a bulb inside that's burned out, but I'll try to mess with that another time. But yeah, put the armrest back on. That was a nightmare. Got that all buttoned up. Added a 12 volt plug here, if you can see that. Let me turn this off. Yeah, I added a 12 volt plug there. Got the voltage gauge, all the wiring working. Still got to put back a couple pieces in here. I need to get some more heater hose because this heater hose is like real rotten. Or maybe I'll just leave it open like that or something. I'm not real sure. But the next thing I think is to try to get the seat out. The seat won't move forward. Not sure what the deal is with that, so I'll have to mess with that, see if I can get, I think it's just rusted probably. but maybe it unbolts from those bolts right there that you can see down there. I'm not real sure, so I'm trying to get that out of the way so I can route wiring through the cab, through the engine bay into the cab. The last thing I want to put on it is that water gauge right there, or temp gauge. So that's just a digital temp gauge with an alarm that you can set for like 230 or whatever you want to put it on. I want to put that in here somewhere just so I have some sort of idea of what the temperature is of the engine. So it's still not perfect in here, but just need it good enough to bring and drop off to some property we bought. So if I didn't mention it already, we bought 20 acres nearby, and this is going to kind of cut some trails and do some leveling and dirt roads and whatever else I can do with it. So I've never even operated one of these, but I got one now, so about to learn how. Yeah. Okay, well, I wasn't able to get the seat to move forward. I think the hinges, or not the hinges, the sliders are all locked up, but I was able to unbolt it, and now I can get to all this crap. So I think I'm gonna get the shop back out, try to clean this up best I can, and then kind of go from there. So that is what I'm gonna do right now. Guys, I found this screwdriver down in here. I was just kind of moving around. Look how bad that is. I have never seen a screwdriver just rust into nothing. Wow. There's a lot of rust right here too. That's gonna suck to try to patch, or maybe I'll just pour 15 in and call it good, but that's impressive. All right, gonna clean up this area down in here. Alrighty guys, we were cooking right along. I smoothed out this whole area, moved giant boulders, buried another giant boulder that I actually couldn't even use or lift or get out of this hole. So I just dug the hole deeper, buried it, and then covered it. And we were doing pretty good, honestly. I was starting to get used to it, feeling pretty good about it. I decided to get out and kind of do some inspections and found this. So it's cracked, like halfway through this boom, or whatever you call this lower arm. Pretty important piece. This is old. You can definitely tell that this is all old. I must have missed it when I first looked at this thing, but that under there is new. That's like fresh paint chipped off. So I need to stop what I'm doing, get this home, repair that. And it goes this side too. So this side's a little less, the other side's a lot more, but so we need to get this thing back home and groove this all out, weld it all solid, plate it, make it stronger than it's basically ever been. And then we'll be good to go. This looks like a previous repair anyways, so maybe this was starting to do this prior to this. I'm not real sure, but gotta stop for today, which sucks, but we'll get it back home, make it better than it was, and then put it all back together. And I might even try to redo some of these bushings while I'm at it, because some of these are pretty bad, but we'll figure that out on another date. Alrighty guys, we are back at home, and excavator was successful and unsuccessful. We successfully found that it's needs repair. Here it is. Okay, so here's what I noticed halfway through me messing around. I was probably only out there digging maybe hour and a half, and just came and started inspecting all the lines, just making sure everything was good and tight as it could be, even though everything's blown out. And I identified this bad boy. So That's pretty good. And if you look, this is all old, but this is fresh. So I did stretch it or continue my crack on just a little bit. So we need to definitely get in there and fix that. And while it was here and it was kind of rainy outside, I just decided to not weld and do all this. So I literally ripped the whole thing apart down here and starting to figure out how to tighten all this stuff up because it is really bad. Even the bottom of this joint, or whatever you want to call this, at the eyelet is pretty much decimated. So got to do that. And then the H-link was trash. We're gonna probably try to make one of those. These, I don't remember what these are called. Might try and remake those. This is all 1/2-inch plate. I've never cut 1/2-inch plate on my plasma table. I'm gonna give it a Okay, after lots of grinding, I'd say we're pretty good to start filling in some metal. So basically I'll do a root pass, kind of get all this welded all in, and then we'll put a plate. I have 1/2-inch, I think this is like 3/4, that's some serious stuff, but I have some 1/2-inch plate. I'll basically come in here and then weld in a 1/2-inch plate, and I'll do, I think they call it like fish mouth or whatever, but I'll make sure it's not straight across, because I think that's where it went wrong, is that this plate was welded straight across, which creates a weak point actually between the heavier metal and the thinner metal. So that's what it cracked along, right along that weld right there. But if you come in with like a V, it's just a stronger way of doing it. It doesn't create like a shear line or a stress line. So we'll try that and then see what happens. Alrighty, here goes nothing. That's 1/2-inch steel plate. One, this thing's rated at like probably 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8. So we're gonna go real slow, see what happens. I got some new consumables on there. Come on, little buddy, cut that stuff. Holy smokes, that worked really well. I am very much amazed. The pierces were a little questionable just because it takes a while to get through that 1/2 inch. But wow, that didn't really skip a beat at all. That's just the razor cut 45 doing its thing. So let me pull that out of there, see how it looks. All right, so Toyota's gone, and out here working on the excavator. And this is a brand new pin. That's a worn out bushing. And this side, brand new bushing. Freaking solid. That thing is gonna be sweet. So we'll cut out the other side, put this one in there, and then this point is good to go. I'll have to cut off that pin, or cut that pin out next. These are still blown out. I was able to get the bearing out of this one, and I think I can actually save that one. So I was worried about this eyelet, but I was able, it still had some of the bearing in there, and I was able to find it via the size of it, and we're gonna get a new one on order. So I'm pretty sure that'll be good to go. I'll put the new bearing in that one, spherical bearing, and that should be good to go. These ones, I don't believe these have bushings, so that might be a problem. I might have to cut these out and weld in new ones, but we'll worry about that a little bit later. As of right now, we'll just count our victories. So we got that bushing in. Let's go to the other side and do the same. Alrighty, excavator update. It's pretty good in here. So this is the interior. I still got maybe a couple little things I want to do. There's a panel here. I end up cutting off those safety things because they don't work anyways. Let's see here. Oh, put speakers in and a Bluetooth radio. So I got all that in there now. That's pretty cool. Everything's buttoned up. All electronics work, lights work. I put some ditch lights, rear ditch lights on there, which I really like. Lights up there. And then of course the LED bar up front. Bucket update. So we got updates here. All new bushings. So pressed bushings into, well, actually the bucket doesn't have bushings, it's just steel. So that's still slightly loose. I think we probably got 100 thou play, which is, you know, it's a decent amount of play. So the bucket still has a little play. I might fix that another time. However, new bushings inside the, I think this is what you call your boom boss down there. New bushings down there, new bushings up here, new pins through. This is, again, they're not bushings in there, so this is slightly loose on there. We're missing that H-link. Oh yeah, this is the helical bearing that was basically gone. Got a new helical bearing put in there, so that is good. New clip. Oh yeah, and then this, finished up, welded everything, painted it. This is actually Terex, original Terex white. And obviously this is more cream colored because it's old and that's new. However, it's on there. It won't rust. So that is good. So that, I feel like that's pretty strong. We're missing the H-link. That just needs to be connected. Pin, I ended up flipping the pin so all the wear marks are not, or where you don't want them or where you don't need them, so it works. So I just flipped that pin around, drilled a new hole, and that's good. All grease fittings have been either replaced or greased. Everything's been serviced best of my ability. Oh yeah, back here again, I made my little latch thing work, so that's sweet. And one finger up, bam! I put some hydraulic lift things in there. One wasn't enough, but they shipped me 2 of them, so I just put both of them in there, and that works good. Let's see here. Oh yeah, AN lines. The main feed line down here used to leak diesel fuel all over the ground. Just kept dripping, and replaced it with all AN fittings up to that separator up there. I do have a new fuel filter I want to change before I do much, but yeah, other than that, this is this back here is good to go. Yeah, everything closes nicely, and just kind of got a bam. Tracks have been pumped full of grease. I got a new fitting for that, so these have been tensioned. They do leak quite a bit, so you gotta pretty much retension them every couple of days or something. So I gotta fix those tensioners one of these days. But as far as that, man, we're like 92.8% good to go. So I'm just waiting on that H-link. I got 2 ways of doing that. I had some friends of mine fabricate new pieces. So the cylinder right here with bushings pressed into it, I have them fabricate this and fabricate these pucks down here with bushings pressed into them. And then I'll just plasma cut out, you know, these pieces and all this stuff. I'll plasma cut all that stuff, weld everything together in solid. And then that's plan A, I think. Plan B is I did order one of these from UK. They build them, whatever it's called, they build them after you purchase them. So there's like a little bit of lead time on that, plus shipping time. So we'll see if it comes in ever, honestly. If it does, I will make sure to give them some praise, because they are substantially cheaper. It's $2,700 from Terex to get one of these things. So the company is making it for like 400 bucks. So if it's legit, $400 is a hell of a deal. And yeah, this will be the last thing I need, really.
Alrighty guys, so my company from the UK that I just randomly found came through and they fabricated this thing and shipped it out from the UK, and I think it was like 2 weeks, and it fit perfect, right to spec. So here's a shout out to them. It's going to be Evans Reid, the Mini Excavator Centre. So huge thanks to them. If you guys need excavator parts, I would definitely reach out to them, and this is for anything overseas or German or anything like that, but big thanks to them, because we're back up and running. And we're broke again. All right. So basically, the tensioner just will not hold tension. It's probably leaks down, I would say, every 100 feet I drive. It's just pushing out all the grease. So it's time. We just need to rip this tensioner out, bring it home, rebuild it, find the seals, because that's going to be another tricky part. None of the parts breakdowns really show you what seals to get. So I'm just going to buy a bunch and we'll see what happens. But let's get this tension ripped out. Alrighty guys, so got out here and took my track. This is actually the track tensioner or adjuster from the excavator, and this is the one that was just leaking like crazy, basically wouldn't hold a seal or anything. So this is why. This is just very old seal on here, crumbling. This is all it is. This fitting is just your grease fitting. That goes on the bottom side of this. There's a giant solid cylinder piece in there. And then there's one seal that kind of makes everything work. So I need to take this seal off of here best I can. And then we'll try and find or try and locate this seal to put it back on there. And that's the track adjuster on my Terex.
We got a box. It's Michelle's doghouse. Today, we're gonna fix up the excavator. So I rebuilt this, which took one seal. That's all this is one seal. 2 bolts hold it in. We got the camper, got Macy out there on the quad. Let's go get the excavator back up and running. Alrighty, so down in the nasty grease hole, we gotta shove this whole thing. Goes down in there. That's its home. You can see that. So I'll probably clean that out best I can, get this stabbed in there and put some bolts in, and then start putting her back together. The hardest part's getting the damn track on. This is not a fun task if you have ever done it. Or not fun, but let's go ahead, let's get it done. Well, both these, this and the tensioner, have a specific way. It's a 50-50 chance, and every time I'll get the 50-50 chance wrong. So the tensioner I had upside down as I put it in, and then struggled to get the bolts in, couldn't get them, pulled the tensioner back out, flipped it, and then put it back in, the bolts went in. This has a specific way also to fit in there, and got that one wrong on the first try too. So anyways, live and learn. Now I know. We'll go ahead and try to get this track on. Alrighty, we are on there. Little winch cable action. The idler. Now the sprocket. Pretty sexy operator going on. So let's crank in some grease, get this thing adjusted, and see what the heck happens. All right, and if you can see, it's really hard to see down in there. Let's see if I can use my light on this. No, that's not gonna work. Anyways, down in there is the tensioner. It basically pushes on the spring, which is your idler, and it is not leaking or anything. So we are solid on this one. Pretty freaking cool, right? Oh, yeah, my operator, she often disappears. Alrighty, we had one heck of a fire last night. This thing was just raging. I'll put a clip here on the screen. That's a big fire. It was one heck of a fire. It kind of got sketchy there for a minute, but to bundle all this stuff up and get it all put back into the center and a new fire going, getting the old Terex out. And let's start moving some branches, and I think we'll call it quits on the video after that. Alrighty guys, the track tensioner is working great. This thing's pretty much complete. I just got one door I'm missing still. Got to fix one window. That's pretty much it, man. This thing doing everything we want it to out here. There's just one last upgrade we got to do to it.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Hey guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. The Terex is an absolute beast. I love the thing. It's the perfect size to cut trails, move some pretty good amount of trees, and it's just got the strength like a 1 ton or a 2.5 ton doesn't have. So I'm really excited to have it. This thing's not going anywhere, so we'll put some upgrades in the future. But for now, guys, appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Here it goes. bumpy or is it smooth sailing? A little bumpy. Ah, gosh. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, it's so bumpy. I mean, I gotta admit, Serta knows how to build a mattress. It's still pretty comfy. It's like riding on a little cloud.